Hi, Judy from Witchpeace Craft with today's video, which is basically about my Shawl Fudge and my week that was. So I joined in the J Hook and Debbie Canadian Crocheters Make Along Shawl Fudge. I was a bit reluctant at first because I didn't think I'd have the skills to do it, but I've had a go. Hasn't turned out too bad. So I thought I'd share it with you. So it was made for a much taller person, a much more solid person, so it's quite big. There are photos of me wearing it, which doesn't do it I'll put them at the end. It doesn't do it justice. It does look nice on the taller person. But it was made with that in mind of what she wanted, because she wanted a shawl she could button up and wear like a bed jacket, wear it like a shawl, or swing it around and wear it like a poncho. So it's rectangle and it's huge. So my pattern was, I did a chain and then of course did some double crochet and thought, where will I go from there? So I thought, oh, I don't mind front post and back post. So I did a couple of those. I thought it needed a bit of a lacy look. It was getting quite heavy. So I did windows, and I had learnt to do herringbone stitch. So I thought I'd make 2 rows of herringbone, more double, more windows. It's a 10-row repeat, but it's sort of balanced. It works out okay. The herringbone was probably the mistake because it threw the ends out really badly. I was forever having to fudge the herringbone ends. Hence the big borders at the end to cover a multitude of sins. So yeah, it's huge. As I said, it's heavy, certainly warm. She wants it to wear down south where it gets cooler, and I put the buttons on, handmade with love. So that is my attempt at Shawl Fudge. I did enjoy thinking about the stitches and what I was going to come up with as I worked, but I had nothing written down. I sort of started, and then when it got to 10 rows, I thought, that's enough. I better not do too many rows and put something else in there. So yeah, I'm only an advanced beginner crocheter. That's what I consider myself. So let me know what you think. I don't think I did too bad a job. See, you can see I didn't colour control there either. Look at the photos at the end of this video. That's my Shawl Fudge. And yeah, it took me outside my comfort zone. If I did one again, I'd probably do the traditional triangle shawl. Not so many rows in the repeat. But it was fun. So the rest of my week, I have been trying to improve my fine crochet skills, especially with cotton. So it started out, last year, Libby, my yarn swap buddies, sent me a pack of how to crochet these different baby rattles with the bits of cotton. And I made this one. Now, he's supposed to be a koala, but I think I put his ears too high. I think I have to put them more there to get the koala look. So I might have to bring them down a bit like that. There is, you can't hear it, there is a bell inside to give it a rattle. They're all pretty much the same, just these bits are different colours and there's different heads. There's a fox, a giraffe, there's quite a few. But I started with that because it's really fine cotton and tight crocheting. I don't mind him, even if I did put his ears on wrong. So there was that one. Then I decided, because I sell a lot of these at my craft market, I do the fine cotton on the tea towel, hanging tea towels. So it's a double-sided toweling tea cat towel. I will sell out of these every market. Doesn't matter how many I have, they all go. Friend says because I sell them cheap, but they're only short, and it's more of a hand towel to hang in your kitchen, but they're pretty. I quite like the blue. So I use that and did that cotton. And then I have this project floating around in my head for various reasons, and in my lunch hours I'll be making little sea creatures, fish, starfish, seahorse with really fine cotton. I'm going to do an octopus, and they'll go on a project. When I finish it, I'll show you. Let's hope what's in my head comes to fruition as a nice little finished object. So I did those. And that was all I did for the week because I've been feeling really, I don't know, burnt out, cabin feverish, closed in. For a homebody, that's really weird for me. I was talking to my boss about it. He said the same thing, that he left early one day because he just couldn't stand talking to the same people anymore. And he gave me Friday off because today's Sunday. So I've had a long weekend, and he said, head up to the Atherton Tablelands because we have lesser restrictions. We can travel a bit further. There's some nice places up there, and I haven't been up there for years. So it's about 60 kilometres to Mareeba up the range from us. So on Friday we headed up there and we went to Mareeba where we used to live and have a property, and that's where the boys grew up till they went to uni. And when they went off to uni, and we moved down here, and I went what I call goodwill hunting. I went to all the charity shops up there. They had no crochet, no knitted yarn, nothing. It's all gone because it is cooler up there. So I imagine this time of year in winter, as soon as they get it in, it's gone. I did run into a really old colleague I used to work with many years ago. She was my part-time assistant. We got chatting. And yeah, when she comes down to Cairns, we're going to catch up for coffee because we got on really well. I think it's just as I moved away and we all got on with life, we just lost touch for a while. So that was nice. We then went on further along to Atherton, where there are a lot of antique shops, and there is an awesome fresh food deli. Because if you go up there, you should take your cooler bags. So we did, your chiller bags, and I bought some locally made cheese, some locally meats, and I bought this, what they call artisan pasta. It was gluten-free, made with mushrooms. We had it for dinner last night with a creamy sauce. It was awesome. So yeah, I did visit the antique shops. I saw a teapot I liked, but I wasn't paying $3,500 for it. So that stayed up there. We went on to Youngerborough, which is an older village. There are lovely cafes there, and there's an old bookshop, huge, so many books, and I knew that they had knitting patterns and books in there. So I went there and I went in there, nothing. All the crochet books, all the knitting patterns gone. Lots on quilting, hundreds on quilting, nothing else. And it's the same old guy that still runs it, which amazes me. So yeah, we had lunch there. We had burgers. I had a vegan burger that was awesome. We thought we might take a picnic, but it was a pretty wet day. It's winter here, so we've had lots of rain, which is unusual, besides being a bit chilly. But yeah, we had lunch and then turned around, thought we'd head back. And on the way out, we saw, I did, this shed that said old stuff for sale, and it was on the edge of a farming property. So we went in there, and this is an old farming couple have been buying old stuff from different auctions and set up a shed to supplement their income during this difficult time. And I found a couple of things. So, of course, he has to come home because I found a polar bear. Isn't it cute? The lady, there's nowhere on it where it's made. The lady seemed to think it was a promotional polar bear from Bundaberg, which is here in Queensland. And yeah, so I bought a little polar bear, China, for my collection. And I've always wanted an orange glass bud vase, and she had this one. There you go. So I've got a bud vase. Bought them from her little place. A lovely old couple, has some really old stuff. It was funny, lovely and chatty. And then we went back via Mareeba, and that's when hubby, because I'd been looking all week for Crochet World June edition. Oh, I just knocked everything flying. I have to pick it up. And he said to me, do you want to duck into Mareeba to Piagno's newsagent and see if they've got it? You'll regret it if you don't. So we went a bit back into their town, and guess what I got? June's Crochet World. For someone who didn't buy magazines, I'm becoming addicted, especially to this one. So I've marked a couple of things. I don't know if that's going to flare. I like those pot holders, quilted pot holder set. I think they're knitted. Are they knitted or crocheted? Crocheted in sugar and cream cotton. And then, oh, it's Crochet World, of course. It's not going to be knitted. I quite like this. The floral hexagon throw. That was really nice. And then this I really like. It's a table runner. Sorry about the light flaring in here. The boys are watching sport on TV. We've now got televised sport. They have no crowds, but football's back on. That's called the Rolling Hills, excuse me, hiccups again, table mat. So yeah, I got Crochet World and then we headed home. Back in a sec. Back, sorry about that, picked up everything I dropped. Well, when I was looking for Crochet World during the week, I did go into a news agency. The two old ladies that own the news agency that I got the first ones from has closed down. They've gone out of business. They haven't survived the pandemic, which is a bit sad. But I was looking around town and I went to another one and he didn't have it. He said he normally gets it in, but he's just having to take what they send him, and he had knit and crochet. And the attraction for this was I've been thinking of learning Tunisian crochet, and there's a big section on Tunisian crochet. I know there are lots of great things on YouTube, but sometimes it's easier for me to actually have a book or a magazine where I am working on a break to look at. So yeah, it came with this free gift, a Tunisian crochet hook and 2 crochet hooks. They're plastic. I'll probably end up giving those to charity. I may give the Tunisian crochet a go with that, or I might buy some decent hooks if I really want to give it a go. So yeah, and then my only acquisition for the week, besides my trip to the Tablelands, it arrived. Ta-da! Trying to stop the flaring, but I can't really. Poor light, that might help. It is Pretty Funny Tea Cozies and Other Beautiful Knitted Things by my favourite author. She has 4 books. This is number 2 in my collection. The others are on my wish list. And this one's not just tea cozies, because in this, the double knitted neck warmer with woven windows, I quite like that. Now, everything she does is made with some sort of wool or 100% cotton, natural fibre. I don't think I've ever seen one of her patterns made with a synthetic. This would be my favourite, Tibetan Tea Cozy Warriors. Look at those. Aren't they awesome? Quite like those. And then in my younger day, I had red hair, or my mother used to say strawberry blonde, but it was more red. And I'd get called Ranger. I don't know if you use that terminology over there, like ginger or carrot top or blood nut blue, but generally Ranger. And she has done a tea cozy, all fuzzy, called Ranger. I had to laugh. Yeah, brought back memories of the childhood when I used to get teas. So that was my only acquisition. So the rest of the week, Hirschner's. I have never ever done this before. I've never gone online and given someone a bad review, but I'd sent more emails to Hirschner's, no response. I tried calling, couldn't get through. I don't know, they kept emailing me all their specials and their sales, and I got annoyed. So I got on their Facebook page and did a bad review. Within 10 minutes of my review being posted, Hirschner's contacted me. After 14 weeks, that's all it took for them to get to notice me. Long story short, it had been returned and they didn't know why. And then realised they had put NA as the country. I've no idea what that is. It didn't have Australia. So it'd been returned, but no one had bothered to check why. It had just been sitting there. So they refunded me. They said they would refund me, which I thought was great. Sorted. Nope. They refunded me for the yarn only, not the delivery cost, which my son tells me is pretty standard. So I then got into the email messaging phase of, well, I didn't make the mistake. My account clearly says Australia. Your dispatch made the mistake. Therefore, I don't think I should have to pay for delivery for something that didn't arrive. It took a while, but a few days later, I got a refund on the delivery, which, by the way, cost as much as the yarn I was buying. So, yes, I got a complete refund in the end. But it took a lot of work, and the only way I got their attention is to do a bad review, which was disappointing. So it's sorted. And what did I do with my refund? I spent it. I bought yarn from Bendigo Woollen Mills, which is in Victoria, Australia. They're getting a little low, but they have some stuff in stock. Some of it I had to put on back order, and that's on its way up here. And then I went to Fiberific. She has a channel and she has a little shop. And I bought some Shigu knitting needles. They're on back order, but to be honest, with freight and everything, her price is no more dearer than if I walked into a shop overseas and bought them. They're really reasonable. I'll put links to Bendigo and Fiberific in the description below. Yeah, so I spent the money. Would I buy from Hirschness again? I doubt it, because I really get disappointed in people who can't put their hand up and say, we made a mistake, we apologise, we're trying to sort it. Instead of the constant toing and froing, and the fact that they said they'd been inundated with emails. 14 weeks is a long time to wait for a reply to an email. And I get inundated with emails at work, but I will stay back late and make sure they are all answered within a week. No one has to wait. Now, it used to be within 2 days, but during COVID, it takes me up to a week. But 14 weeks was ridiculous. I'm sure we've all had issues with yarn companies. This just happens to be my first. And hopefully things will get better because it's Joyful June. So, my new subscribers, welcome. Because during all of my frantic downtime and feeling hemmed in, I didn't notice I'd got over 1,000. Yes, thanks to Christmas in July Fairies and Dana at Dana's Crochet Creations. Dana's Wanderlust Crochet Creation. It's a mouthful for me, just like Witchpeace Craft. Yeah, her idea has sent my channel, along with many others, through the roof with subscribers. Now, there are 800 comments last time I looked on the Christmas in July Fairies video. And rather than do a separate video where you have to comment, I have decided that I would do, besides the Fairy Hunter on the 15th of July, I would do a draw for a fellow fairy. I have made an effort, tried to stop by everybody's video. I've still got a few to go. Other content creators who are Christmas in July Fairies, I've tried to stop by, watch their video and let them know I'm there. So what I've decided is, if you're a fairy and you've commented on my video, you will be in the draw for a little gift from me for stopping by and saying hello. If you're a fairy and you haven't stopped by, please go to that video and leave a comment if you want to go into the draw for a little giveaway prize from Australia from me. So guys, that's it. That's my week. Nothing terribly exciting. I know I've reached over 1,000 subscribers. I never thought I'd get there. I always said I would do a personal giveaway from my channel when I did 100 videos. And this is video 98. So I'm going to stick to that. I'm going to do another 2 videos, and on the 100th video, I'll do a giveaway. So make sure you stick around and you stay with me and keep following my yarn adventures so you can enter that giveaway. Guys, thanks for watching. Make sure you take care of each other and try to have one crafty day. Bye for now.